Hi everyone, my name is Mary May, and I wanted to put a video together because a lot of friends on my personal Facebook account, have been asking me a lot about whether it's risky to start up a makeup career, how much is this, how do you get all these people involved to work together to make a photo shoot happen, and all the nitty-gritty stuff behind makeup artistry. And but before I start, I wanted to share my experience and how I sort of built myself up to how it is today. Just so you get a little preview and a background on where I started. So I literally started in year 11 and 12 when I was super obsessed with YouTube, and I learned all these little things on YouTube, and I'd have my friends over and I'd practice on them, take a photo, and then upload it on Facebook. So everyone at school sort of knew me for that. So that's where you learn the power of marketing. And I didn't notice it at the time, but it helped me build up my client base. What else? So when high school finished, I did a lot of little makeup classes here and there, which were very expensive. And I admit I did get help from my parents, but it is very expensive. It was last year I decided to take things a little bit more seriously, because after doing all those little courses here and there, I never landed a job at an actual makeup store, even though I applied for how many times and I'd sit around for how long, and I never got a word back. So I was literally like, stuff this, why didn't I just work for myself? Because I already knew people who were already really successful and that were working for themselves. So I wanted to head down that path as well. I didn't want to get paid an hourly base rate, so I thought I'll just get paid for whatever work I actually go to, and yeah, work like that. So anyway, so there are a few things that I wanted to go through. So hopefully my content will be really engaging, and hopefully it'll help you guys out a lot, because I learned everything the hard way. I didn't really have anyone to go to. I didn't really have a mentor to physically help me. So it's definitely, don't be afraid to ask me questions, because I'm seriously more than happy to help you guys. Anyway, so the first thing I wanted to talk about was education and mentorship. Um, Unfortunately, in this industry, it is very competitive. So there are a lot of girls and guys out there who aren't as nice, and to give you their time and little things like that. So sometimes you have to look for alternatives, and I highly recommend YouTube, because when you think about it on a broader term, there are so many different channels of so many different artists who know so many different things, and you can nitpick all the little things that they literally show you for free. So with education, I don't like, as much as I am for like a physical school, YouTube is a great inexpensive pathway to head down to, because everything's there. Everything, any eye makeup techniques, any face foundation application technique. There's so many alternatives there. How to do eyebrows, the whole entire work. So that's great. But for literally, like, for a physical mentor and a school, they are a lot more expensive. I studied at Napoleon Purtis. They were amazing, and the mentorship that I got from all the people I worked with, they were actual members of Napoleon Purtis's creative team. So that was awesome. They did makeup for Chris Brown, they did makeup for Amanda Bynes and all that sort of stuff. And they did Spring Fashion Week. So I learned a lot from them, and they were super cool. So yeah, I highly recommend, do your research. You can learn from anything and everybody. Even still to now, even still today, I still attend master classes. So I'm always constantly learning, because it's a trend, it's fashion, it's always outdated and all that sort of stuff. So keep in the loop of that. Also, yeah, like I said, schools were a little bit more expensive, but if you wanted to head down the inexpensive way, YouTube is your go-to. Also, another way to gain experience, contact your local freelance makeup artists, and whether they'll be more than happy to take you out to a job where you can literally learn everything in first-hand, like, experience, if that makes sense. Like, you can literally go with them and watch how the morning runs, how their day runs, with going through clients and clients within a day. Yeah, so that's that. All right, so the next thing that I wanted to discuss was building up your portfolio. And for me, I started off doing a lot of selfies. I try to replicate whatever I learned on YouTube on myself and upload it just on Facebook or Instagram. But to build your portfolio up professionally, I started off on modelmayhem.com, and I organized 2 shoots, but I ended up canceling both of them because I just felt like I didn't trust the people I was going to meet up with. So that was like a trust issue for me. But anyway, I was later introduced to a Facebook page called Melbourne Creative Network Team. And that, for me, that felt a lot more safer to connect with other people. But it's an amazing Facebook group because you literally have all your photographers, all your models, all your hairstylists, makeup artists, and fashion stylists all on the one page. And you literally just post on the wall saying, hey team, I need a photographer here, I need a hairstylist, and I need a model who has blonde hair and blue eyes, and please see the photo that I wanted to replicate. And you just attach a photo of the type of photo shoot that you wanted to sort of aim for. So that was great. Not only that, the group was great for networking. It was great for getting your name out there, and it was great for just making brand new friends as well. So I've met a lot of amazing people already. What else? Also, my number one pet peeve, because I had to learn this the extremely hard way, and because I was super, super nice, I did a lot of there are a lot of photo shoots that I didn't upload because the professionalism was like zero. Um, so you definitely want to stalk the crap out of your photographer to make sure that his photos and his photography is on point. Otherwise, it's literally you wasted a whole day on a photo shoot. Another thing is like definitely build a relationship with all the people that you're working with because yeah, like I said, just do your research on the whole entire photo shoot and talk to each other because I went to a photo shoot and they ended up doing like a lot of grudge work, and I was all about glitter and glamour, and it was definitely not my type of genre of makeup, and I didn't get any photos out of it because it wasn't my sort of image that I wanted to develop for my business. Anyway, so you need to be super precise with all the images that you wanted to create, especially if you're the host of the photo shoot. So, yeah. All right, so now I'm going to talk about the money side and the business side, where a lot of this stuff I learned along the way and on my own. And this is the most vital and sole secret to how your whole entire business is going to work. And so, like a lot of people, a lot of your friends and family won't understand this, but a lot of your work in the beginning, especially when you're in the period of your business where you're just building your portfolio, it is a lot of free work. And it takes a little time to adjust you because you're not used to working and not getting paid. And I got a lot of negative talk about that, especially from my loved ones saying, you can't be working for free, you can't be doing this, but eventually it has paid off. So that's one thing that I just wanted you guys to be aware of, that it is a lot of free work in the beginning. Also in the beginning, your client base will be your friends and family. And trust me, you will feel really, really bad for charging them. So you're always charging them like the minimum. But at the end of the day, you are trying to run a business, and this is when you have to develop really, really thick skin, because you will get people that are like, oh, it's too expensive, I can't afford it, can I pay you later? And this is where you have to do your research and follow a traditional business where you set out a policy. And a policy is great for sort of like setting out rules for anyone, for setting out rules for your business. So especially making sure that you do receive the money for your work. You want people to put in, say, like a deposit, or like they have to book you within a certain amount of time to ensure that the booking will go through, and all little things like that. But you have to set a policy just so people know that you are a business, and so that you don't come off like you're desperate for money. Also, another thing, I did business cards, and business cards are great, especially to get your name out there. A lot of photographers are always taking my business cards, so whenever they want to do a shoot with me, they'll just call me up, message me, whatever it is. Especially, this is great also for clients that you don't have on Facebook. You can do. There's a lot of ways to market yourself that doesn't involve the internet, so you can market yourself at restaurants by leaving your business card. Um, Restaurants, little grocery stores, a lot of little things like that, or letter drops. They're great too. Also, for a more professional sort of standard, you want to separate your private life to your professional life. So you want to have a separate Facebook account, a separate Instagram account, just to keep your private life private and everything else professional. So that's basically it. If there are any questions that you still need answered, especially the business side, there's a lot of it's a lot more tedious than it actually is. Um, as in, like, what I mean by, like, there's a lot of little detail that you need to be aware of. But if you have any more questions, please let me know. I will seriously be more than happy to help you out. And well, I hope the content in this video did help you. But yeah, that's it from me. Thank you.